ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you to this evening's 2020 Senior Night festivities. On behalf of Principal Brian Jordan, let me just say that the administration of Clarkdale High School could not be more thankful for or proud of the young ladies and gentlemen I'm about to introduce this evening. Our first senior this evening is Connor Alsobrooks. Connor is the son of James and Wendy Alsobrooks. He attends New Hope Baptist Church. Connor's played football since 3rd grade and baseball since he was 5. He's been a member of FFA for 4 years and competed in 4-H livestock shows from 3rd grade until 9th grade. Connor plans on going to the electrical technology program at MCC or to an apprenticeship through the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Union. I love Connor's quote, and I think you will too. After 4 years of being in high school, I still have no idea how to pay my bills, but thank God I know how to solve for X. Senior Connor Alsobrooks. Our next singer this evening is Lathan Davis. Alphabetical order, Lathan. Lathan is the son of Tabitha Bozeman and Jason Davis, and he likewise attends New Hope Baptist Church. Lathan enjoys spending time with family, racing dirt bikes, hunting, and playing football. Sounds like my kind of guy. After high school, Lathan plans to continue to provide for his family. He's looking forward to going to work and enjoying that family. His quote is from motorcyclist Ryan Dungy. I'm coming for everything they said I couldn't have. Senior Lathan Davis. Our next senior, I hope, is David Merhoff. David is the son of Mark and Dana Merhoff and attends Rock Hill Baptist Church. David says, I played football since 7th grade and participated in powerlifting since my 9th grade year. I'm an active member of FFA and I enjoy spending time with my family and friends. After high school, David plans to go to work for his dad at Merhoff Logan. Sounds like a fine goal to me. Senior David Merhoff. Our next senior this evening is Gavin Moffitt. Gavin is the son of Jeremy Moffitt and Kelly White, and he attends New Hope Baptist Church. Gavin enjoys hunting and fishing and staying active by playing sports. He's involved in the FCA here at Clarkdale and received the Chris Mabry Award his sophomore year. After high school, Gavin plans to join the military and further his academic career at Mississippi State University. Gavin's quote is, I just want to thank my coaches and teammates for all the good times and life lessons through the past few years. And one last thing, his advice for underclassmen. Make the most of the time you have left in high school because it'll be gone before you realize it. And he is so right. Senior Gavin Moffitt. Our next senior this evening is Jawan Smith. Jawan is the son of LaBrandy Moore and Jared and Brandy Culpepper, and he attends Evangel Temple. He's part of the G5G step team, the Evangel Temple Student Ministries student leader team. He rides horses with his papa Kim, enjoys playing video games and working out. After high school, he helps play football at Alabama State University then transfer to obtain a degree in electrical technology and become an electrician. His favorite quote is Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 10. Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you, and will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Amen. Senior Jawan Smith. Our next senior is Cole Todd. Cole is the son of Wayne and Amanda Todd, and he attends Love Now Community Church. Cole enjoys playing football, tennis, running cross country, and riding his bike. He also likes playing the piano and playing card games, and has been on the superintendent's list every year as a high schooler. After high school, Cole plans to attend the University of West Alabama to become a travel nurse. Cole's quote is, if football was easy, then everybody would do it, because anything worth doing won't be easy to achieve. You have to learn how to roll with the punches and fight back. To underclassmen, he says, my best wishes to you all. Enjoy what you have before it's gone. Always be grateful and give glory to God. Senior Cole Todd. Our next senior this evening is Carly Ray Clark. Carly is the daughter of Stacy and Shannon Clark, and she attends New Hope Baptist Church. Carly Ray is a 6-year member of the Clarkdale High School varsity band. During her years in band, she has represented Clarkdale in 9 honor band clinics. The last 3 years, she's been chair trumpet and is this year's drum major. She also enjoys art, writing, and spending time with her family and friends. After high school, Carly Ray has been accepted into the University of Mississippi, where she plans to earn her Bachelor's of Nursing degree, specializing in trauma, along with plans to continue her band career with the Pride of the South. Hotty-toddy. Her favorite quote is, fairy tales are more than true, not because they tell us that dragons exist, but because they teach us that dragons can be beaten. So says Neil Gaiman. Senior Carly Ray Clark. Our next senior is Trinity Nash. Trinity is the daughter of Sharon and Derek Nash. Trinity has been a member of the Clarkdale High School band for the last 6 years. She loves to make music, create artwork, and enjoys watching anime. She is a member of the National Honor Society and the Spanish Honor Society. Trinity also loves her job at raising Cane's Chicken. After high school, she plans to attend Mississippi State University and major in psychology and minor in art. Her dream is to earn a clinician's license in hopes of one day owning her own practice. Her favorite quote is from William Faulkner's As I Lay Dying. I don't know what I am. I don't know if I am or not. And she says, go Clarkdale Band. Senior Trinity Nash. Our next senior this evening is Mary Ashley Culpepper. Mary Ashley is the daughter of Dusty and Tori Culpepper. She is a member of New Hope Baptist Church. Mary Ashley is captain of the soccer and volleyball teams and has been a cheerleader for the past 4 years. She also plays soccer for the Alliance Football Club. Mary Ashley is a member of the National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, CHS Leeds, Leadership Lauderdale, and she is president of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. After high school, she will continue her soccer career with Meridian Community College and later transfer to a university to further her education. Mary Ashley would like to leave you with one of her favorite Bible verses, one she strives to live by every day. Let your light shine before men, that they will see your good works and glorify your Father who is in heaven. Matthew chapter 5, verse 16. Senior, Mary Ashley Culpepper. And our final senior this evening is Amber Catherine Fant. Amber is the daughter of Roger and Debbie Fant. She is a member of First Baptist Church of Meridian. Amber has been a Clarkdale cheerleader for the past 6 years. She also plays soccer and volleyball for the Lady Bulldogs. Amber is a member of the National Honor Society and CHS Leads. In her spare time, she enjoys horseback riding, watching and making TikToks, and competing in pageants. Amber has competed in Mississippi's Outstanding Teen. She also loves being an aunt to Hadley and Cole. After high school, Amber will attend Meridian Community College and then further her education at Mississippi State University. One of Amber's most memorable times in cheer is when she, Mary Ashley, Cameron, Lori, Kinsley, and Sarah Beth were by each other in their cheer lines and would get in trouble for talking too much. Thanks for all the memories, girls. I love y'all so much, she says. Her favorite Bible verse is Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 9. We can make our plans, but the Lord determines our steps. Senior, Amber Catherine Fant. Miss Brooklyn Gibson and Miss Diane Freeman would like to say to their two seniors, Mary Ashley Culpepper and Amber Fant, how very, very proud we are of you both. Thank you for your hard work over the years and the leadership you have shown. We know that God will bless you as you continue these endeavors at the various schools to which you are attending. Thank you for blessing us with your presence here at Clarkdale High School and as a part of our team. Once again, from Principal Brian Jordan and myself, thank you, seniors, so much. God bless you in everything you may do. Ladies and gentlemen, the seniors of 2021.
Great job from our Clarkdale cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, the team coaches, cheerleaders, student body, and fans of Clarkdale High School extend to each of you a big welcome. We are pleased you could be here. The high school athletes that are performing tonight are friendly rivals as members of opposing teams. This basically is the theme of athletics, the idea of friendly competition. The visiting team in every game is the guest of the home team. The expectation is that they be treated as such. Profanity and vulgar cheers are abusive to other spectators and also a reflection on your school and community. This type of behavior will not be tolerated and may cause your team or school to be placed on probation. People involved in this behavior will be asked to leave the area with no refund or re-entry and could possibly be banned from future contests. The use of alcohol, drugs, and tobacco are forbidden at all Mississippi high school activities. The officials are individuals who are assigned to administer the rules of the game according to the National Federation rules. Their experience and integrity qualify them for their part in this friendly contest. The attitude of sportsmanship should be reflected by all spectators, no matter what their personal feelings of loyalty may be to one or the other team in tonight's contest. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please rise to your feet as we honor God and country. We have our very own 10th grader, Connor Todd, with the invocation. Following the invocation, we will have the playing of the national anthem by your very own Clarkdale High School Band.
Let us pray. Dear Father, we thank you for letting us gather in this one place, Lord, and we thank you for letting us not have this virus that's going around, Lord, and please just be with these players as they play for you, and win or lose, like, we need to point to you, and that's all we need. Amen.
Joey Gamble, umpire Danny Jones, linesman Ben Kirk, line judge Robert Thompson, back judge Eric Hardy. On the game clock will be Brad Piggott. The 25:42 clock, Zachary Clay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chris Mabry Field, home of Clarkdale Bulldogs. Dr. McNeil and I are in the booth tonight as we get ready for a matchup between Enterprise Lincoln Yellow Jackets and the 1-2 Clarkdale Bulldogs. Doc, what you think about tonight?
Well, I wish everyone a good evening. The Enterprise Lincoln Yellow Jackets coming off a loss last week, 40-24 versus St. Patrick. They've made the trip up here all the way from Brookhaven to take on your Clarkdale Bulldogs. Clarkdale coming off a tough loss last week to Enterprise Clark, but a game in which 2 or 3 plays in the first half really could have led to a significantly different outcome. So,
that's right.
Kyle, probably safe to say that both teams feel like they got a little something to prove this evening.
Absolutely. Clarkdale scores right before halftime right there and doesn't give up the big fumble right there at the end of half, and all of a sudden you've got a 1 or 2 point game going into halftime with some momentum from Clarkdale. And so but second half played out a different story, but I think because of momentum, just a physical game last week. I think Clarkdale is excited to bounce back against a team they probably match up a lot better with this week. The Yellow Jackets struggled against actually a foe that they actually played against, both of them playing the same team in previous weeks, and a really kind of a similar score even. So we're really excited about what I got going on tonight.
Absolutely. Clarkdale put up a big win last year versus Enterprise Lincoln. Matter of fact, I believe beat them 50-6, but based on what we've seen so far this season, a much improved Enterprise Lincoln team coming in here tonight.
Got a little bit better. We've got a quarterback. Enterprise Lincoln's got a quarterback that's going to be a little bit dual threat guy. He's going to throw it, run it some. But Clarkdale started playing Enterprise Lincoln back in 2014, and since then Clarkdale has remained undefeated against Enterprise Lincoln. So they definitely hold the favorite there.
Well, obviously they're hoping to continue that streak this evening. Enterprise Lincoln probably weren't looking to make that trip all the way from Brookhaven to put up a loss tonight.
Oh, that's a long drive. We're hoping they get a little stove up after the long drive. We just finished up senior night at festivities here. Got a lot of senior football players as they've lined the field down there. 6 of them to be in fact, and it looks like they've chosen to wear black uniforms with gray numbers and maroon outlines with the gray helmets. Sporting all black. Clarkdale has donned that back in the early 2000s, and they trying to hold on to that black as long as possible.
The captains this evening looking a little intimidating out there.
Absolutely. Slimming and intimidating.
Absolutely.
We're about 9 minutes from kickoff and waiting for the Yellow Jackets captains to come out. Let's go ahead and let's talk about a couple keys to the game. You want to do that? Obviously, Clarkdale has got to do a really good job of containing their quarterback. Last week, their quarterback just he really led their team in everything. The Yellow Jackets quarterback, Chimman there, he's that dual threat guy. He's going to pull it. He's going to hand it off to McCray a little bit. He did lead the charge last week with 12 carries, but he only got 61 yards. So we do know he's going to try to run the ball. But he don't mind throwing the ball. He was 2 for 3 on passing. That's pretty good. Keeping the defense at least guessing what's going to come. So their first is contain the quarterback. Also, Clarkdale's going to have to establish the line of scrimmage. Clarkdale wants to run the ball. They showed that last week against Enterprise. As they try to run left, try to run right, try to run up the middle, they're going to try every which way to run. So they definitely have to establish the line of scrimmage and push some boys around if they're going to be successful tonight.
Absolutely. As far as Enterprise Lincoln is concerned, Kyle, you mentioned quarterback number 7, Lawson Chimman, kind of the big players, so to speak, in a lot of ways for Enterprise Lincoln. Had a big week last week, 12 carries for 61 yards on the ground, 2 for 3 passing. One of the keys for Enterprise Lincoln this evening is for Chimman to likewise have a big day here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Chimman's going to have to. He's going to definitely have to light up the scoreboard tonight with the Clarkdale defense that really looked and kept Enterprise at bay on the run ground last week. So he's going to have to step up as they try to look to McCray. Clarkdale's going to look to McCray to get the ball, but Chimman's going to have a big day. Speed. They're going to have some speed.
Kind of another I have an old story as far as here at Clarkdale High School, playing a team that's a little more fleet of foot than we are.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Clarkdale's going to have to do something to contain that speed. Obviously, Enterprise Lincoln would like nothing more than to get a step on some people. Probably try to run it around the ends a lot, try to spread things out a little bit rather than just trying to punch it up the middle.
Yeah.
Of course, on defense, Enterprise Lincoln going to be working hard to stop the run. For us, so far at least, over the course of the last couple of years, that run has been our bread and butter. Last week on that first drive against Enterprise Clark, we did a great job. Punched it right down the middle, marched right down the field, did everything that you would want to do, as a matter of fact, except punch it in the end zone.
That's right.
We
Clarkdale's going to
right at the very end in the red zone.
Clarkdale's going to use 4 or 5 different guys in the backfield. They don't mind handing
Captains
it
for
off
tonight's
by committee.
contest for the Yellow Jackets.
They'll even allow
Number
old
5,
Culpepper to pull it every
Edric
now and
McCray.
then if they see he's going to bust one open.
63,
So
Michael
I think they had 5 or
Keys.
6 guys even
64,
touched the
Josh
ball last week.
Richardson.
Absolutely.
And 79, Eli Bayless.
Kind of guy who can throw it or run.
And for the Bulldogs, number 3, David Merhoff. 4, Lathan Davis. 10, Connor Alsobrooks.
We got our
11,
customary
Gavin Moffitt.
COVID policy of
30,
only
Jawan
one
Smith.
captain at a time allowed
And
out
70,
out to
Cole
the
Todd.
midfield. Davis looks like he's going to represent us. Definitely don't.
Lathan Davis getting a little more leadership practice there in the middle of the Big C at Clarkdale High School.
Absolutely. Lathan will play a big key tonight in tonight's game, leading defense. He's our big play guy. Really, he's a momentum type of guy.
Lathan is the kind of guy who's not afraid to hit someone, and as you said, as he goes, kind of the spirit and enthusiasm of his team goes.
That's right. He leads a lot of enthusiasm over there, and so he'll jump up from a hit, and he'll make somebody pay, and he'll pump the guys up, and the sidelines up, and the fans up, and so trying to get that momentum on their side.
Absolutely.
Looks like Enterprise Lincoln won the toss.
Enterprise Lincoln wins the
Deferred.
toss, defers to the second half.
Clarkdale
will receive.
Clarkdale's going to receive, and they looks like they're going to receive it heading towards the flag, towards the scoreboard. So we'll get to see Clarkdale on offense first and see how they appear.
Bulldogs have an opportunity to establish some tempo early.
That's right. Come out and punch them. If you hit them hard, go ahead and establish something, the dominance there, right? Just some of the keys that we were just talking about, controlling that line of scrimmage and just tell them, hey, we're here to play ball.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I've had a little bit of a wet day today, but it looks like the rain has kind of stove off a little bit, and it's dry, a little cool, wind blowing a little bit.
Well, it feels like football weather. Doesn't necessarily look like football weather with those clouds. Weatherman told us a little story this time. He's expecting partly cloudy with sun by this afternoon. We hadn't seen that.
Hadn't seen much sun, which means it's going to be a little wet out there today.
It's going to be a little wet out there on the field.
We'll see if that plays a factor in tonight's game. It looks like it's about 70 degrees.
Of
And
course, as we said a minute ago, Enterprise Lincoln interested in capitalizing on their speed. That wet field make that much more difficult for them.
Absolutely.
Plays to our advantage just a little bit there.
Absolutely. They're getting ready to run out and take the field. Obviously, you don't expect a big crowd from Enterprise Lincoln, so we may have several of them join us tonight on here. But they did bring a few folks all the way from Brookhaven. Regardless, that's a long trip back home. Regardless of how the outcome is, that's a long trip back home.
I tell you what, I would certainly hate to make that trip in a bus. It's not that easy a trip to make in a car, my friend. Got some faithful fans with them over here.
There is no direct route to Brookhaven, is it?
It's just tough to get there from here, Cal.
It is. There's about 4 different ways you can go, but none of them are very fun.
Absolutely.
Clarkdale looks like they got a nice crowd tonight on senior night. Obviously, you got a lot of family here. And these guys want to play for their family, play big for them. Doing things a little bit different this year with the virus, doing senior night early, just to make sure we get it in.
Absolutely. We want the opportunity to honor these guys. Our cheerleaders and our band members, they've done such a great job for us through the years. Appreciate the fans coming out, giving them a hand.
Sounds like they're already beginning to get into it, and their anticipation as we are really just now waiting for the Bulldogs to run on the field. Here comes the Yellow Jackets. Coach Scholes always likes one last opportunity to rally them up before they come in. And here they come.
Here are your Clarkdale Bulldogs.
I know we're a maroon and white school, but I like the black. That black looks good.
I think the black really does look sharp.
With the silver helmets.
Bulldogs looking the part this season and hopefully feeling it too.
Back deep for the Bulldogs, number 3, David Mehrhoff, and number 17, Lance Rawson.
Mehrhoff and Rawson backing up deep for the Bulldogs.
Mehrhoff, a senior, hoping to get a couple returns tonight, and Rawson, a sophomore.
With kicking duties
Number 8
for the Yellow Jackets, number 8, Jonas Caldwell.
Setting it up on the tee, and we're about to be underway. And we're off.
Short kick. Davis fumbles it. He boots it again, and it looks like he recovered on the sideline a little bit.
Lathan gets it covered on about the 29. Clarkdale offense stake over there. Culpepper leads
Number
it.
4, Lathan Davis on the return. 1st and 10, Bulldogs.
It's always nice to get the first couple of games out of the
From the
way and start
27-yard
settling
line.
into a routine. I'm hoping the Clarkdale kind of settles into it and begins to find their identity as they move up and down the field.
Absolutely. We've seen a lot of bright points over the last couple of weeks, just trying to put it all together here this evening.
Clarkdale's going to spread it out with some motion. Got several guys going. Now they get set with a bunch inside.
Culpepper takes a snap, handoff up the middle. A lot of running.
Drake Shirley with a big run.
16, Drake Shirley.
About 13 yards.
Shirley
That'll be
got
enough
bulk of
for
the
a
work last
Bulldog.
week
First down.
as he just kind of plugs along, normally a couple yards at a time, but this time quite a few yards there.
Shirley over 100 yards 2 games ago, close to that last week, starting out with a big 13-yard run this evening.
Come out in the same formation. They just kind of flop sides as now they're showing bunch back. Adams goes in motion again. And there it is,
Seeing Shirley again.
Shirley with a carry. 3 yards on the pickup. Tackled by number 7, Lawson Chipman.
And we're starting to see that, exactly what we talked about with the keys. They're trying to establish that line of scrimmage. Just looks like they found a matchup on the right side that they really kind of liked.
Good old-fashioned line-up and knocking around football, Clarkdale. Shirley, a hard-running, meat and potatoes kind of guy.
Moffitt goes in motion. He hands it back off to Shirley.
Trying the other side, not finding quite as much room over there.
Shirley with a carry, no gain.
Third down.
Tackled by a host
3rd and 6.
of Yellow Jackets. 63 leading the way. Michael Keys. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I think the coaches are showing that they saw something on that line of scrimmage where they think they can do Shirley right up the middle.
They're obviously trying to exploit that front line right now. Had great success the first couple plays, a little more limited success in his last couple
Adams
plays.
goes in motions.
Culpepper drops back to pass.
He's under pressure and rolls out. He gets a block. Oh, wow. Gets some great blocks.
Culpepper around the right side. Picks up about 4.
LaDonya Adams not a very big
down
guy,
about
but he got a
1.
key block right there on the big boy to allow Culpepper to extend it out some.
Looks like Culpepper may have actually come up just short of that first down. Must have stepped out of bounds.
Coach Scholl's going to have to go for it.
1.5.
Are we going to see a quarterback sneak up the middle right here?
Coach Souls with 10-15 left in the first half is all
There
in.
it is.
Quarterback sneaking. Looks like a first down. Clarkdale.
Culpepper up the middle.
They really,
Picks up
they
about
really got
two.
a great
That'll be
push
enough
up the
for a
middle right there from all their guys. And
Bulldog. First
Culpepper
down.
really easily kind of got that.
As you said, really good push off the line right there. Clarkdale front line just really manhandled the Yellow Jacket defensive line right there for that 2-yard pickup.
That's a will and strength right there. Gave him that.
Absolutely.
Bringing bunch left.
Bulldogs.
Culpepper cut.
Moffitt in motion.
Yep. Got a reverse.
Oh, a little reverse. LaDonia Adams breaks into the clear. He's at the 30, the 20. He breaks the tackle, and he scores. Touchdown.
Number 23.
Donnie has the really big run right there. Some nifty work, footwork, as he makes a couple defenders miss. Coach Scholes and them breaking some trickery out to begin the game.
LaDonia Adams really showing that athleticism and that speed.
Also Brooks in to hold. Horn with the extra point try.
And they do exactly what we talked about at the beginning of the game. They really came out and showed their dominance there.
Kick by Horn.
The kick by Horn is good. That brings your score.
With 9:36 left in the first.
Clarkdale 7. Enterprise Lincoln 0. Like to take just a moment to wish Mason Horn a happy birthday.
They did exactly what we talked about just a few minutes ago.
Got a reverse. Look at this right here. LaDonia Adams gets it with some nice footwork, going to make a guy miss right here in the middle as they get ready to go. Really, he had to.
Nice cut.
Number 23.
Donnie has the really big run right there. Some nifty work, footwork.
Number 8, Jonas Caldwell. Mason Horn in the kick.
Absolutely. He has full steam of momentum. He knows and sees the tunnel where he wants to go. And that guy's kind of backpedaling, trying to figure out what he wants to do. And Donnie Adams makes him miss. Hard.
Getting it set up.
That wet grass is making it difficult for it to stand up, I guess.
Bulldogs have struck early here this season. And
Got it. Oh!
that onside kick like Clarkdale has recovered.
Really kind of a turn of events. Horn couldn't get the ball to stand up, puts it down sideways.
Bring up a first down, Bulldogs.
Razzle dazzle there, Cal. But a play that really worked out well for the Clarkdale Bulldogs, and they're in business once again this evening, leading 7-0 in the first.
Horn had to make a decision. There wasn't but 4 seconds left on the game clock, and he just decided to kick it real quick. That's one of those when you don't really think about it, it kind of works out for you.
Appears as if he caught the Enterprise Lincoln kickoff return team very much by surprise. Culpepper takes a snap. Hands off to Shirley, has a head of steam.
Gavin Moffitt with a carry up the middle.
That's
Picks
Moffitt.
up about 8 yards. Tackled by number 7, Lawson Chemin.
Senior Gavin Moffitt hoping to have a big
That'll
night
bring
tonight.
up 2nd and 2 for the Bulldogs.
Once again, great field position to start off with and already in Yellow Jacket territory.
Moffitt in motion. Culpepper rolls out.
LaDonia Adams wide open.
LaDonia Adams makes a reception. Knocked out
Culpepper's
down
pass
the
is
front.
complete to LaDonia Adams.
Nice little throwing catch there.
Tackled by number 19, Jordan Stevens.
To LaDonia Adams. Moffitt in
Picks
motion.
up
Culpepper's going
about
to roll out.
23 on the
LaDonia Adams
pass.
is going to come up.
That'll
LaDonia
bring
Adams
up
is
a
wide
first
open.
down.
Wide open over that
First
left-hand
down.
side over there.
Knocked out
Culpepper's
down the
pass is
front.
complete to LaDonia Adams.
Nice little throw. Bulldogs bring it up to the line. Culpepper takes a snap. Hands off to Shirley. Shirley has some room up the middle. And he's in the
Another touchdown.
Clarkdale.
A big pass, a couple good runs right there, and all of a sudden they
Drake Shirley
got a chance to go
following his lead
14-0
blockers up the middle.
with just 4 minutes into the game.
Touchdown.
Doing exactly what we talked about pre-game, setting the tempo.
Also Brooks in to
mixing it up
hold.
just a little bit.
And have established that line of scrimmage and winning the line of scrimmage.
Mason
Horn with the extra point attempt, and it is good.
Mason Horn's birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Mason.
With 8:29 remaining in the first. Your homestanding Bulldogs 14, Yellow Jackets 0.
Bulldogs with a lot of time left in the first, 8:29, take a commanding 14-0 lead. And we really haven't had much opportunity to see what Enterprise Lincoln brought to town because they haven't had
We see right here,
wide
big pass
open.
right there, and LaDonya Adams really had a lot of room to run and finally pushed out right there. Just kind of set up the run in.
Number 5, Edric McCray, and number 8, Jonas Caldwell back deep for the Yellow Jackets.
He had a couple
Pouring in the
options.
kick for the Bulldogs.
Moffitt was open in the flats, kind of a check down, but he didn't have to as he found the big pass
Adams
across the
showing
left.
some soft hands hauling that one in. And we've
Got a flag on the play on the far
aborted
side.
kickoff, flag on the play.
We have a flag on the play. Offsides against the kicking team for the Bulldogs. That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Offsides against Clarkdale, backs it up 5.
Horn went for a short pooch kicker on that one. Let's see what he's got going on here.
We'll have an opportunity to see it again, or at least we'll see something, won't we?
He may elect something different as he approaches the ball. Never know with Horn right now.
Just going over tail, whatever it is there, and he kicks it deep this time. A lot of leg in that one.
Over the head of the defender. He has to retreat all the way back to the 2.
Caldwell picks it up.
Number 8, Jonas Caldwell on the return. Picks up about 7 or 8. Tackled by a host of Bulldogs.
Lincoln will finally have the opportunity to roll out their offense. Give us a chance to take a look at it.
It's never a good day to start the game off when your offense takes the field down 14-0.
No, hard to write up some plays for that one, Kyle.
Yellow Jackets come out in a bunch formation.
Number 7, Chimman takes a snap.
Hands it off to right side, and there's some of that speed that we were talking about as he gets rolling. Stevens, looks like.
Number 19, Maurice Addison with a nice run for the Yellow Jackets. Number 10, Connor Alsterbrooks on the tackle. That's enough for a first down.
First down, Yellow Jackets. On that first carry. Chimman takes a snap. Hands off again to Stevens. This time Stevens tripped up early.
He still manages to fall forward for a few yards.
Number
Looks like
19,
a gain
Jordan
of 4
Stevens
on
on the
that.
carry, picks up about 3. Number 4, Lathan Davis for the Bulldogs on the tackle. Second down, 7.
Chimman takes a snap, a pitch, and down he goes. Number 4, Lathan Davis.
Toss
making
sweep
his
to number
presence
5, Edric McCray. Big tackle in the backfield by number 4, Lathan Davis.
Davis times that snap perfectly right
Loss
here.
of about 6 on the
As
play.
you see,
Bring up
he's
third
kind of
down
croaking
and
up to the
13.
line. He caps it perfect. He almost takes the handoff. He hits him immediately.
well played there by Davis. After that big loss, Chimman brings them up. That's a motion. Chimman takes a snap, drops back to pass, and that is almost picked off. Donnie Adams had his hand all over that.
Pass by number 7, Lawson Chimman. Broken up by number 23, LaDonya Adams. It's going to bring up 4th and about 13 for the Wildcat, the Yellow Jackets.
It does, however, serve to shut down what might have been the beginnings of a drive for Enterprise Lincoln. Brings up 4th down.
Come out and grab an early first down and then ends up stalling out.
Number 5, Edric McCray.
Got a short kick.
That's number 6, Matthew Burns put that one up. Short kick.
That ball travels about a yard or
6,
two past
Matthew
the
Burns
actual
on the punt.
first down to go marker on there. So Clarkdale again with really great field position.
Bulldogs will take over.
Got to take over in Yellow Jacket territory once again.
At the 47-yard line. First down, Bulldogs.
Not a bad situation to be in at this juncture of the ball.
Now, if you're a Bulldog right here, you're looking at another 7 points and just go ahead and kind of taking all momentum away from the Yellow Jackets here.
Absolutely. Culpepper brings them up.
Got 2 wide and got encroachment.
Looks like we have some encroachment there by number 25, Travis DeLauder, in a little bit of a hurry to get across that neutral zone.
Flag on the play, offsides on the defense. Be a 5-yard penalty. Bring up 1st and 5 for the Bulldogs.
As an offensive lineman, it always makes you feel good when a defensive lineman guy kind of jumps off because you know he feels like he's got to get a head start on you.
Absolutely. Travis DeLauder apparently felt like he needed a pretty good head start on that one, Coach. Clarkdale bring up 1st and 5. Culpepper takes a snap, hands off to Adams. Adams with some running room to get one man to beat at the 20, at the 10.
It is in. That was a 47-yard run.
Number 23, LaDonya Adams with a great run around the right side. That will be a touchdown, Bulldogs.
Took a minute for the referee to throw up the signal there, but that is indeed a touchdown. Coach Soul celebrating on the sidelines, as well he should be at this point.
Adams really went untouched on that run there and is racking up well over 100 yards.
Horn in for the kick out of the hold of Also Brooks. It's up, and it is good.
Also Brooks with a hold, Horn with a kick, and it is good. Bringing your score. Clarkdale 21, Yellow Jackets 0.
Bulldogs putting on just a little bit of an offensive clinic here this evening. They've run it up the middle, run it outside, throwing a pass or two, all to great effect up to this point. And now find themselves ahead 21 to
Mason Horn in to kick for the Bulldogs.
Difficult situation.
Number 5, Edric McCray. And number 8, Jonas Caldwell. Back deep to receive for the Yellow Jackets.
There's probably not much in their playbook for down 14 and nothing. Now you find yourself 21 and nothing, and with still 6 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Maybe questioning that long ride up from Brookhaven now, Kyle. I don't know. Nevertheless, a lot of time left in the ball game. Horn puts the ball up. Deep kick into the end zone. Looks like this time they're wisely going to bring that one out to the 20.
Mason Horn with a nice kick.
I think he learned his last time.
Goes into the end zone.
At the 2 and trying to go back.
Ball will be placed at the 20-yard line for the Yellow
I
Jackets.
think so. I think so. We're going to see it from the 20 this time. Chimman bringing them out on the field. Snap. Oh! Big stop.
A little extra curricular activity out there, but it looked like maybe the referees decided to let it go this time.
Looks like they got it. Looks like they got it shut down pretty early. Loss of about 6 or so on that one. Nice job by your Clarkdale defense. stuffing that one in
They
a
are
hurry.
really swarming to the ball quickly tonight, aren't they?
Absolutely. A host of Bulldogs involved on that stop. Looks like we have a heat timeout. Bulldogs come to the sidelines to discuss it.
We said that Clarkdale needed to stop the run to be able to hold them down, and they really have. They've really made sure that they get nothing going.
Clarkdale really has done a great job up to this point, stuffing that offense. Hadn't let them get outside and use that speed that we talked about just a minute ago. As a matter of fact, when they've tried some sweeps and some pitches and that sort of thing, try to get around the end, Clarkdale defense has sniffed those out, stopped a couple of them for a loss.
Yellow Jackets only are having to run 5 plays up to this point, so they really don't even know identity in this game yet. They're still trying to find something that's going to work.
If I'm coaching the defensive side of the ball right now, I feel pretty good if I'm for Clarkdale.
I think the defense for the Yellow Jackets are wanting a breather for a few minutes. They're asking the offense to get a first down or two here.
Yeah, I think they would like to stay off the field for just a little while. Let's see if Chimmons and the Enterprise Lincoln offense can help them out with
Goes
that.
for that deep pass.
Chimmons with a deep pass.
Kate Hopkins, step for step with the receiver there.
Had number 5, McCray, going down the sidelines, but as you said, Hopkins had him blanketed there. Not really anything for.
They did a great job throwing that ball, Chimman did, and
Even,
to only put it to where his guy could even get an opportunity to it, but just to right out of the arms.
that's about as good as you can throw that particular route, and just such great coverage that McCray didn't have much opportunity there.
Polk going in motion.
Chimmons takes
He's
a
gonna
snap.
drop back and
Backs
throw
up
again.
Turns it loose, and it falls incomplete, about the 28 or so.
Not sure if he was going if he overthrew his flat route or if he was going to the out route there.
Chimmons experiencing some pressure back there. May have just been trying to get rid of it as quickly as he could.
That defense is getting in the backfield quick. There's not much stopping them to get in the backfield. A whole host of Bulldogs getting back there really quickly.
That brings up 4th down and quite a bit for the Enterprise Lincoln Yellow Jackets. They bring Burns in to punt. There's your kick. Oh, short, wobbly. Number 2, Cade Hopkins takes
Hopkins got a few.
And Hopkins advances us up the field about 15 yards. We got a flag down.
Do got a flag about the 30-yard line. Typically, that's in the area of holding. It is indeed holding against the Bulldogs. Going to bring them back a few
That'll
yards.
back 'em up.
Hopkins with some nifty work, made a guy miss, broke a few tackles.
Absolutely nice little run there by Hopkins. Unfortunately,
Number 2,
negated by the penalty.
Hopkins takes it. Hopkins got a few.
Nevertheless, Bulldogs will take over with what can only be referred to as excellent field position on about the 34 of the Enterprise Lincoln Yellow Jackets.
When you're working with a short field, it's always a great day.
Makes it a lot easier.
Culpepper got a couple guys shifting, going to bring Adams in closely.
And we've got a whistle. Offsides against the Enterprise Lincoln Yellow Jacket. We'll get 5 yards of that back.
Get some of that yardage back off the hold from Hopkins' run. At this point, the Bulldogs, their average starting field is about the 40-yard line of the Yellow Jackets.
As we said, that does make it easier. I'm sure Coach Souls likes those starting lineups, those starting yard lines. Culpepper bringing up the Bulldogs.
Moffitt in the
Number 11,
backfield.
Moffitt in motion.
He's got a
Culpepper
guy wide
back
open
to
down the middle,
pass.
and he
Oh!
tries to hit LaDonya Adams on that crossing route.
Tried to slip it in there to Adams. Adams just couldn't quite bring it in.
I don't know if he didn't see him, but he looked like he had Landon Belt wide open down the middle.
Belk, a fine athlete, caught 2 of 3 last week.
He's a big target.
Absolutely. Had a nice circus catch last week. Culpepper takes a snap. Quick handoff to Moffitt. Moffitt is brought down for no gain. A little tricky play there. Sniffed out pretty quick this time by the Enterprise Lincoln Yellow Jackets.
Moffitt breaks the tackle. He really got a lot of room to run, and everybody else on that side had their backs turned with the receivers, but the defensive end there.
A third down and about 6 for Clarkdale. Cal Culpepper looking it over. Takes a snap.
Right up the
Straight
middle.
up the middle, and looks like he's going to pick up that first down and more.
Culpepper finds a hole there. It looks like the coaches saw that it wide open there in the middle.
Culpepper looking it over.
Culpepper rolls like down to about the 12. Let's take a look at it there.
Takes a snap. Right up the middle.
Makes a few guys miss. It just, at that point, it's just running off
down
the races.
Straight up the
and
middle.
more.
Culpepper, we're always talking about his passing, but a guy with nice foot speed.
The safety kind of saved a touchdown there. Got one wide out to the left.
Pepper hands it off to Moffitt. Looks like he's stuffed there for no gain.
He's hit right there at the line of scrimmage.
Might
and
even lost half a yard there. Second down.
Bulldogs have tried to run left a few times with really not much success. The
Very
defensive
limited
end over there
success.
on that side is doing a really good job. It's Travis DeLauder over there on that side, big boy, making sure that nothing comes around him on that side.
Really sniffing it out over there. We picked on DeLauder just a little while ago for picking up the offsides, but all that enthusiasm seems to be paying off by stuffing the Clarkdale run on that side.
Adams with a nifty footwork, but just can't get out of the arms.
Number 23, LaDonia Adams on the carry, picks up maybe 2. Number 32, Chris Walker on the tackle.
Adams picks up a couple. Looks like that's going to lead to a 3rd and 8 or so. 3 minutes left in the first.
Bulldogs need some points here just to keep adding to it and just to take any momentum, any opportunity in life away from the Yellow Jackets.
Absolutely. Clarkdale been doing an excellent job of mixing it up offensively. Let's see what they have on this 3rd and 8 play.
Shirley up to on the right
Hand off
side.
to Shirley.
He breaks
Shirley
a few
breaks the
tackle,
Shirley
and
just powering his way into the end zone.
looks like he got down to the 1 yard line.
Looks like he
Oh,
punched
whoa,
in.
wait a minute.
Touchdown, Clarkdale.
It is touchdown.
Shirley just would not be denied.
Defender grabs onto the back and tries to hold us on that shirt, and Shirley just keeps on plowing.
Horn with a kick. It's up. It's good. Really nice run there by Drake Shirley. Looked like he was prepared to give that gentleman a ride into the end zone if necessary. Cal.
Absolutely is what he did. Shirley, a younger guy, but really has developed and looks like he's put a few extra time into the weight room there as he plows in.
Really a workhorse for Clarkdale these last 3 weeks. Kind of reminiscent of Chris Skinner, folks who've been around Clarkdale for a few years.
That's a name you haven't heard in a long time. Skinner, a short, stocky guy who didn't go down very easily.
Really punched it up the middle, carried Clarkdale there for several years, went on to play for Sept. Drake Shirley reminded me of him this evening.
Absolutely. It's a good person to be reminded of. Shirley may not even realize that's a compliment. We'll have to make sure he even knows that.
I'm going to have to get the boy and educate him next week. And there's the kick. Number 8, Caldwell. And,
Stevens.
excuse me, that's number 19. Jordan Stevens, down he goes.
Stevens catches about the 2 yard line and decides to take off, and looks like he gets back to about the 15-yard line. 15 yard line. So again, not really great starting field position for Yellow Jackets is once again they're starting inside their own 25.
Enterprise Lincoln really suffering on initial field position, something which Clarkdale has benefited greatly. Last 4 possessions. Chimmin brings him up.
Chimmin on the right side, and he gets a handful.
Looks like he picked up 3 or 4. Clarkdale defense did a pretty good job of stringing that out.
We may start seeing a little bit more of Chimmin right here. It looks like they haven't had anything else success. Why not try him?
Looks that way. I believe that was Shirley there on the tackle. Shirley making his presence known on both offense and defense this evening.
Bulldogs got several guys playing both ways.
Simmons takes a snap. Oh. Hands off to number 5, McCray.
First time we've called his name tonight, but last week, Doc, McCray was really kind of leading their charge. He had 99 yards on 10 carries. So
McCray had a big week last week, but this week you Clarkdale folks have done a good job of stymieing him. And that, of course, has prevented Chimmin from doing a whole lot.
Got a
Hard
big
to get a
third
whole
down
lot
here.
done when you only have one threat. Big third down play here. Chimmin takes a snap, hands off to McCray. McCray does find a little running room this time. Looks like he may pick up that first down for Enterprise Lincoln.
Close.
But we've got a flag in the backfield.
Looks like he was still about a yard short regardless of the flag. Looks like in the area of a hold.
And that is exactly what it is. A hold against Enterprise Lincoln. Backs him up. Enterprise Lincoln had 3 or 4 penalties this evening at crucial times in the game.
They're going to replay the third down and what looks to be about a 3rd and 20.
A lot of real estate on this third down. Let's see what Chimmin and the Yellow Jackets bring up this time.
He drops
Chimmin
back.
to
Got a
pass.
guy wide open.
Puts it up.
Oh,
Had a little collision there about the
did.
30, but no flags thrown.
had a collision on the right side, and he missed a guy, man. Number 4, Polk, was wide open in the middle, and no one was around him. We're fortunate he didn't see him.
You're absolutely right. Doesn't seem to be too much complaint from the Enterprise Lincoln sideline. I think they may have seen what I saw, which was the receiver looked like he ran into the defensive back. That, if anything, could have been some offensive pass interference.
Kicker standing about 3 yards deep in his own end zone.
Byrne puts his foot in it, and a line drive.
Hopkins don't want any part of this one.
Decent kick to about the 46-47 as far as yardage is concerned, but Kyle, hard to refer to that one as anything but ugly, my friend.
Well, I think what he was just wanting to do was get out of the shadow of the own goalpost.
He did indeed accomplish that. And under the circumstances, I can't say that I blame him.
Unfortunately, for the Yellow Jackets, Clarkdale once again starting in their own territory and the short field to work with.
Clarkdale really has enjoyed the benefit of good field position this evening. That's what a good, strong defense will do for you. Clarkdale's offense reaping the benefit of that. Culpepper brings them up. Takes a snap.
Looks like Rawson coming in.
Rawson
Gets a
with
cut
a
up the
handoff.
middle.
Rawson, a fine athlete in his own right, breaks a couple of tackles, gets down to about the 30.
Rawson's going to come around in a speed sweep.
Lawson coming
Gets
in.
a couple of good
Lawson
blocks
right
right
up
there.
the Lawson, a fine
Nice job
athlete
right
in his
there.
own
Moving a
right.
couple
Breaks a
tackles.
couple
Carrying some
tackles.
folks with him about 4 or 5 yards to pick up that Clarkdale first down.
Coach Scholes trying to get some of the young guys. Rawson, a sophomore, trying to get him in there, get some work. but he's got some wheels, so not much of a drop-off there.
Some fine young players at Clarkdale. Rawson, particularly one of those guys I've heard a lot of good things about. A whistle before the snap. Play clock apparently ran out. Delay a game against Clarkdale. Going to back them up 5.
First and 15.
Culpepper brings them up again. There's the snap. Ross in motion. Culpepper drops back, lays it up, and that is caught by number 1, Landon Belk. Belk, as we said a while ago, pulled down 3 or 4 of them last week.
Belk, another big
tonight.
guy, big target. Had the inside advantage on the guy and just ran a post right down the middle.
Nice throwing catch there between Culpepper and Belk. Belk, Culpepper's favorite target last week. And Clarkdale once again knocking on the door.
Moffett on the left
Moffett
side.
takes the handoff across the left side.
Just
Breaks
not much
one
working.
tackle. And that brings the first quarter to a close with Gavin Moffett and the Clarkdale Bulldogs at the 1-yard line of Enterprise Lincoln leading 28-0 as we head into the second quarter of action this evening.
Had a lot going on that quarter. That was a busy quarter for the Bulldogs.
Busy quarter right there. Saw a lot out of them both offensively and defensively. Enterprise Lincoln showing us a whole lot defensively, but not doing much in terms of stopping there, just spending a lot of time on the field.
I think the coaches are pretty glad that first quarter is over and maybe trying to regain plan a little bit, asking his defense to give them an opportunity to make a stop. And
I think they'd absolutely like to characterize this as a brand new game coming into the second quarter. Kind of hard to do that with the football at your own 1, though.
Coach, this could be big in the already in the second quarter, and almost get to the point to where it's kind of hard to recover.
As you mentioned a moment ago, probably just about to get to that tipping point where Clarkdale prepared to run in some of those young guys, give them a little playing time this evening.
See what the coach draws up here on the timeout. We gonna go some trickery here. We're just gonna punch in the middle, just right up the middle. You think?
I'm going to venture a guess that we're going to go right up the middle with
Shirley.
this one. We've enjoyed good success up to this point.
Shirley right behind Culpepper. We hadn't seen that one yet. And Moffett gets it right up the
Handoff
gut.
there to Moffett right up the gut, and looks like he punches it in for another Clarkdale touchdown. That'll put the Bulldogs up 34-0. Extra point to follow.
And Moffett gets it right up the gut. Moffett right up the gut. And look.
Moffitt's first time in the end zone this year. I think he was just ready to get in there. There was no stopping him on that one.
Horn puts that kick up and looks like it's good. And yeah, you're right about that. Moffett working hard to get into the end zone. Had a pass play last week on which he was denied that entrance into the end zone. Was not to be denied this evening. So congratulations to Gavin.
Got a chance to talk to Gavin after that catch. Missed opportunity last week, and he said it. Ball hung in the air so long he had time to think about it. And he's got it in his thoughts and his mind and sat there and waiting on it. And the ball just come and he looks down and there's a defender staring at him. And so he takes his eyes off the ball and it just kind of bounces off his chest. And he said he wished he had that one back because he knows that could have been a tipping point last week between them and Enterprise
I can
Clark.
absolutely understand and appreciate that situation, but I can also appreciate a fella who answers that situation with 6 points the following week.
Absolutely.
And there's the kick. Number 19, Jordan Stevens takes that. Picks up 7 or 8 on the return. Got a flag on the play. Enterprise Lincoln with an opportunity once again to try out that offense. Hand off to Stevenson. They pick up about 6 there. Seven Chins takes a snap. Hand off there to number 5, McCray. McCray picked up a couple.
McCray gets another opportunity there.
Looks like about 3rd and 4. That Clarkdale defense doing a solid job this evening. Really controlling that line of scrimmage up to this point.
If they get a stop here, they really hold the Yellow Jackets to 1 first down this far into the game. Got a fumble
drops it,
play,
got a fumble. Looks like Clarkdale has
Bulldogs
recovered that once again. Bulldogs going to take over with excellent field position.
Lathan Davis on that recovery.
Number 4, Lathan Davis. How appropriate.
Absolutely. Senior night. We talked about him. He's a big play guy. Always around the ball.
As you said, always around the football.
Here we go. We get the opportunity to see kind of what
The
happens.
first drop to the fumble looks like Clarkdale has recovered that once again.
And ball the way just bounced right into Davis, just laying there.
Lathan Davis, the kind of guy who brings a lot of excitement to a football game, and certainly showed it right there.
Bulldogs with the big stiff arm right there, and
Play number 30, Jawan Smith.
Jawan gets the ball in a unprecedented right here, and it comes right up the middle, and just a big stiff arm right there, and he's a big guy to bring down.
Cal Smith, as you said, really a load to think about trying to bring down.
I think at this point, Coach Souls is trying to have some fun back there with this big guy. What do you think?
I think you're right. I think you are correct.
He's
Let's see Smith again.
a shifty footwork there, actually, Doug.
Not bad for a big guy.
Absolutely. You expect that from LaDonya, about 100 pounds less, but the big boy showing some good footwork there as he falls forward for about 5 or 6 yards.
Jawan carrying a lot, that footwork. Nice job there.
With a big smile coming off the field tonight for senior night. Coach, I just want to get on and run the ball one time in my life. What you think?
It's nice to see those big guys put one in. Isn't it?
Absolutely. Always love getting this from love. And
Jawan going to come over and take a much-needed rest, or maybe a well-deserved rest, we should put it that way.
he gave the fans something to laugh about and cheer about. Got a pitch off the right side.
Culpepper
Rawson
pitch to Rawson.
tries to get to the edge and doesn't really get there.
Number 17, Lance Rawson on the carry. Nice tackle by number 7, Rawson Jimmy.
Again, Chimney, both ways kind of guy. That's what happens with these small schools. Clarkdale and Yellow Jackets got guys playing both ways, and Chimney just an athlete out there for them.
Jimmy really the man for Enterprise Lincoln. Showing it this evening on both sides of the ball. Going to bring up a third and about 3 for Clarkdale, maybe a long 2.
Rawson going to come in the backfield and join a couple of them back there. Got to fake it to him and
Culpepper
give it to
takes the
Gavin.
snap.
Oh,
Oh! Some nifty little
Moffett.
moves there by Moffett.
Moffett
picking
got
up
some
that first
footwork
down.
right there. Moffett showing a couple of moves there, jumps over a guy.
And that will be enough for a Bulldog. First down.
First down, Clarkdale at the 26. No, excuse me, at the 16. Clarkdale once again began to knock on that door. Culpepper and the Bulldogs doing a good job mixing it up this evening. Sent that one right up the middle.
Drake Shirley on
It's like Shirley
Enterprise
tackled by a host of Enterprise Lincoln Yellow
And
Jackets.
Enterprise Lincoln just was not going to allow anything up the middle there, and actually finally for the first time penetrates the line of scrimmage, gets into the backfield.
That's really the first time they've done very much to shut down Shirley.
Two receivers left here.
Bulldogs bringing him back up. Culpepper takes a snap.
Got a pitch to Moffett
Pitch
on
to
the left
Moffett.
side.
Moffett around the end. Another
Stutter
couple of
step.
nifty moves.
number 11, Gavin
Got to
Moffett
get
on the
about
carry.
5-6 yards there.
Tackled by number 4, Braden Pope, and 63, Michael Gibbs.
Moffett hoping for a big day, and it looks like this is going to be an opportunity for that. All these guys are going to get some yards in this time.
Moffett really showing some moves this evening. As you said, nice footwork from the senior. Brings up a 3rd and 5.
Just inside of 7 minutes now till halftime. Rawson on a speed sweep around the side, trying to get to the corner, and he does. Unfortunately, it looks like going to have a hold. Going to bring it back a little bit.
Well designed play. Nice run by Rawson, but flag in the backfield does indeed look like a hold, and that is what it is.
Gonna be holding against the Bulldogs.
Speaking of Rawson, Rawson's dad is actually watching us tonight all the way from Guam.
Well,
He's part of our guard here that has sent a few guys out there and been out there for an extended period of time. They're getting ready to come back home next week.
On the 20-yard line.
We appreciate their guys and what
we
all they do.
absolutely do appreciate them and what they do.
Rawson trying to show out for his dad tonight.
And doing a fine job of it, too.
Nearly, and he rolls, Culpepper rolls out, going to try to look for him, and he sees, oh, looks like he tried to find Belk in the corner of the end zone.
Left side pass. Pass intended for number 1, Landon Belt. Incomplete. 4th and 15.
Belk had it right there in the corner of the end zone, and just off of his fingertips there. Culpepper did a really good job of eluding pressure, throwing on the run on his back foot. Going to bring up a long 4th down. Looks like maybe about 36, 37-yard field goal from Horn.
A lot of leg in that.
Plenty
It's
of
up.
leg on it. Misses it just off to the left there.
Just goes left.
Just off to the left. A lot of leg on that, though.
From this viewpoint, it looked good. They must have went over the top of the upright there.
It must have. It did look good from up here. And Clarkdale comes up empty for what I believe is the first time this evening. Nevertheless, sitting on a very comfortable 35-0 lead.
Enterprise excited. They finally get a stop there.
We'll see if that turn of events lights any fire on the Enterprise Lincoln offense.
Some of their best field position to start on the 20-yard line.
It's been a tough night when you can say the 20-yard line is your best field position to get started, Kyle.
Looks like we had a new quarterback in there. Number 6.
Hands off to number 5,
McCray.
McCray. That's number 6, Matthew Burns, a junior. Not much doing there.
16, Drake Sherman, and 53, Kendall Nance on the tackle.
Kendall Nance involved on that tackle.
6:04 remaining in the second quarter.
Looks like they may be trying to give Chimman a little bit of a breather over there as he is on the sidelines right now. But the Bulldogs with a commanding and comfortable lead. Looks like they're playing loose and fired up.
Chimman's certainly been seeing a lot of minutes and a lot of work this evening, but not to a great deal of effect, at least to this point. Clarkdale very much in command of this contest with 6:04 left in the second.
Clarkdale's got again, we've talked about this before. They've got 6 first downs to Enterprise's only 1 first down. So Enterprise looking to even try to establish something. There's nothing going on that playbook right now.
Enterprise Lincoln would no doubt be happy at this point if they could just get something going, drive it down the field a little bit. Whether it results in any points or not, just an opportunity to get a little something happening.
That's right. Make you feel good about an offensive plan.
Hats off to the Clarkdale defense, though. Doing a
have
great job.
Been lights out tonight.
Oh, it's a big hit by senior Jawan Smith.
Jawad is pumped up. He gets the big run with the big stiff arm, and then it comes in and a big hit right here as he gets them excited.
I felt that one up here, Coach.
That was a low snap, and quarterback had to look up and hand it off to McCray, and there was just nothing going there. That's the
Jawan
big
Smith
boy.
was there in a hurry, and that's a lot of fella to be there in a hurry.
Absolutely.
Nice play there by number 30.
It's always exciting when you see a player run off the field with a smile on his face, knowing that he just did something exciting and make him feel good about himself for a minute.
Brings up about a 3rd and 15.
Got to go in motion. Got a guy wide open, number 4.
Wide open.
Polk gets behind the defense, a spin move.
Number 10, also Brooks, chases him down. Aided by a host of Bulldogs, including Adams. They finally make the stop, and what is by far the most successful play for the Enterprise Lincoln Yellow Jackets of the evening.
Bring in a new quarterback. Looks like he threw the ball a little bit, but Clarkdale Bulldogs were not expecting the pass there. They showed that. Polk kind of sneaks behind the defense there.
Polk wide open on that play.
Our guys were able to chase him down and finally drag him down about the 40-yard line.
Enterprise Lincoln showing a little offensive life. Let's see if they can capitalize.
They did
on
run
it.
up to the ball in a hurry, like they were going to do something, and off to the right side, about 4 yards.
Number 5, McCray.
3 yards.
Round the end to the right. Looks like he picks up 2 or 3.
But once again, though, just met by a whole host of Bulldogs. I mean, they're swarming to the ball tonight.
Clarkdale defense, as you said, really swarming to the football tonight. Making it very difficult for that Enterprise Lincoln offense to get anything going, with the exception of the one big pass play. Enterprise Lincoln really hadn't showed a whole lot this evening.
Be interested if they come back to the pass play again here soon. Burns still in the quarterback, hands off to McCray.
Another handoff to McCray. Looks like McCray picks up 2 or 3 once again around the right side.
Also, Brooks having a big night as a senior.
Hard to imagine that Clarkdale's defensive stand, having been what it has up to this point, is going to crumble under the same play by McCray over and over again. Enterprise Lincoln run that one twice in a row now. I doubt seriously we'll see it for the 3rd time.
Third and short here. Got a timeout on Enterprise Lincoln.
Enterprise Lincoln seeing some moderate success for the very first time in the ball game. To take a few minutes and discuss it and see if they can keep it going.
Their coaches earned an opportunity they haven't had. It's 3rd and short. They don't have any 3rd and shorts tonight.
Not very many this evening.
Their coach realizing this could be a big play for them. They got to come away with some points here.
McCray carried the ball 2 out of the last 3 plays. Hard to imagine that we're going to to see him again. Enterprise Lincoln wanting to take a timeout, discuss the situation, as you said, see if they can make something positive happen on this 3rd and short.
A little under 4 minutes left, so they've got to be thinking, try to control some clock here, run down the clock so the Bulldogs don't get another opportunity. If they could punch in here and get the ball to start the second half, you know, all of a sudden they've got a little bit of life and going to try to crawl themselves way back into the game.
We'll see what they manage here, with the exception of the long pass play. The Clarkdale defense pretty much played an impeccable first half.
Burns got 3 guys out to the left side here. And
Burns going to run with it. And he
makes
breaks the tackle. Picks up the first down. He's inside the 10 of Clarkdale.
Burns looked like he was going to run left there and realizes a hole right up the middle and just cut it back to the near side here.
Burns found a lot of room there right up the middle.
Burns got 3 guys out to the left side here.
Really got everybody moving left. The defense is moving left, and he cuts it back with just a couple of guys in each. LaDonya Adams, luckily, runs him down.
Burns back against the grain.
Got a little life in them, trying to get something
Enterprise
going.
Lincoln really showing the only hint of offensive output we've seen this season.
Look like
Once
they
again, calling a timeout.
I don't think they really liked what they saw as they lined up. Their guys didn't really look like they were in position there. And, again, recognizing that this is a very big opportunity, you've got to take time to think about it.
Absolutely.
First time for them in the red zone tonight. First opportunity on this side of the field.
Enterprise Lincoln can't afford to enjoy this kind of offensive success, make it into the red zone without capitalizing here. They've got to come away from this series with some points.
And really, the Bulldogs trying to guess right now what's even going to come, because Bulldogs haven't seen Burns, wasn't really expecting Burns to come in and do this, and all of a sudden now McCray picks up a few yards here and a few yards there. Burns with a couple of big plays, and not really know what to expect here.
Bulldogs set to make a stand in what will no doubt be the most difficult 8 yards on this field.
Burns got 2 left and 1 to the right.
Burns getting ready to take the step.
Addison in the backfield with him. Can't.
Oh,
and
the
Belk,
Bulldogs sniff that one out.
Belk shoots a gap and is in there immediately and takes him down. And
big stop there. Pope loses. They lost 4 or 5 on that one.
Looks like moves them back to about the 11-yard line here. As you just mentioned, this is a tough end zone. There's not a whole lot to work with, and Bulldogs going to make it tough for them. They're not going to let them go in easily.
Bulldogs going to try to make them use all 4 downs on this one, Kyle. Let's see what they got. Burns back, takes a snap.
5
McCray. McCray on the sweep. He breaks outside, though.
He does elude a few and picks up a couple and gets about the 5-yard line.
A lot of running without picking up a whole lot of yardage there. Long side-to-side run, but ultimately only nets about 4 or 5 yards. Want to bring up 3rd and goal at about the 5.
Right at 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play, and cheerleaders trying to get the Bulldogs defense into it, the fans into it. They're just kind of sitting back and watching a little bit tonight. It's been a good show for them. Burns up the right side and snuffed out immediately.
Pick up
Once again,
there.
Imagine who it is, Lathan Davis.
Lathan Davis with a big stop. We said several times this evening, as Lathan Davis goes, this defense often goes, and that's what we're seeing right here. Lathan Davis with a big stop to bring up a 4th down. And at least for one play, we're going to get an opportunity to see who wants it the most, Kyle.
Absolutely. This is what you look forward to on a Friday night. We tick inside of 2 minutes here. He's going to look back left.
A pass
Interception.
picked off.
Oh. Got two.
Intercepted by number 2, Cade Hopkins.
Hopkins comes over the top and gets him, but we do have a couple flags there. Burns trying a little trickery, runs right, looks back left.
Face mask against the Yellow Jackets. Clarkdale take over as the interception, and looks like they're going to pick up a few yards to boot on that penalty.
That was about the worst outcome the Yellow Jackets could hope for right there.
After a tough drive like that, something like that really breaks your back. But hats off to Hopkins. Hopkins, a tall kid, long arm, just reached up and brought that one down, Kyle.
Yeah, it looks like he got behind the receiver, and as the receiver comes back, Hopkins comes with him, and he was able to grab it out of the air.
Big play by the Bulldogs.
Rawson on the right, speed sweep, gets a couple.
Enterprise Lincoln stops him after about 4, but Kyle, an awful lot to ask of this defense right now to make much of a stop. They've been on the field a long time this evening.
Defense is sucking air right now, and they just waiting for that clock to tick all the way down to halftime so they can go regroup. Culpepper gunner to center this time for the first time, and pitches to Moffitt.
Moffitt brings it outside. Oh, Moffitt's got a little running room. Some nifty footwork once again. Moffitt up to the 45-yard line. Nice run there by senior Gavin Moffitt.
Moffitt showing a little bit of strength. We talked about his footwork there, and he decides to come up and lower his shoulder and just kind of
Moffitt's got a little running room.
Culpepper under center again. Got some movement on the line. Got to be offsides on the defense. Once again, the Yellow Jackets find themselves moving backwards. Culpepper with 2 receivers to the right. Going to pitch it to Rawson around the right side. He gets the edge and a first down.
That was a first down going out from Clarkdale, Mississippi to Guam.
22 seconds until halftime.
Lance Rawson doing a fine job there. Giving his daddy something to watch and celebrate.
In a hurry-up offense,
Culpepper taking a snap on what will probably be the last play. Puts it up.
Throws it, tries to get it to Rawson there, and Rawson wide open, a little short. Looks like he just couldn't grab it at his shoelaces.
Culpepper rushing that one just a little bit. That incompletion will give us an opportunity for one more play with 5 seconds left in the half. Bulldogs once again with a commanding 35-0 lead.
You just got to figure right here. Go for the old Hail Mary right here. Throw one deep.
I can't think of much right here the Bulldogs could do to dampen their enthusiasm going into the locker room.
Culpepper's got 2, and that's exactly what it's going to be.
He is indeed going to air it out. This time he does hit Rawson. Nice catch by Rawson. Takes it down to the 30.
Rawson redeems himself there.
Yellow Jackets.
And that takes us to halftime. Bulldogs just start out strong there and take 21 points before really the Yellow Jackets even had a chance to start on offense.
Absolutely. This one had just about gotten away from Enterprise Lincoln before it got going.
Absolutely. And Enterprise Lincoln only had one first down and the Bulldogs already punched in 3 times, and Enterprise Lincoln gets an opportunity to get some points on the board before halftime and throws it up in the end zone, and Hopkins makes a great play.
Both the Clarkdale defense and the Clarkdale offense clicking this evening. That Clarkdale defense making several significant stops, forcing the punt, giving the Clarkdale offense that great field position, which they capitalized on over and over.
Yellow Jackets will get the ball to start the second half. And you've got to think that they're in the locker room right now trying to figure out what in the world they're going to do.
I was actually thinking about the Clarkdale locker room right now, where I'm sure Coach Souls would like to say something, to criticize something that somebody has done to find himself a teachable moment. Hard to run down anything to complain about from the Clarkdale offense or defense over the course of this half, Kyle.
You know, Coach Souls, a very fiery guy, loves to boost his guys up and to motivate them, but there's no motivation speech needed by Coach Souls here. That Clarkdale Bulldog locker room is probably full of excitement and enthusiasm tonight. He's probably going to have to calm them down a little bit.
I think it may just be time to get a sip of water, rest a few minutes, and come right back out and do what you've been doing.
Let's take a few moments and watch the Clarkdale Bulldog band. Doc, we are just a few moments away from starting this second half, and Bulldogs going to set to kick off.
Enterprise Lincoln going to be receiving this, getting ready to start up on offense, and frankly, Coach, probably right now trying to figure out what to do.
I saw them drawing around in the grass over there during halftime. I think they created some new plays with some grass and sticks, you know, and so definitely went back to the drawing board on this one.
They might want to do something about that rock Juwan Smith they kept running into.
I did. They went and got several good-sized rocks out of the parking lot, and I think that was what that representation was there. So.
I got you. We'll see if that makes a difference in this second half as Enterprise Lincoln tries to get something going this evening.
Horn, a pooch kick on the right side, and
Number 4, Polk.
and this is going to be the best starting field the Yellow Jackets have enjoyed thus far.
Polk with a decent return there. Enterprise Lincoln with an opportunity to see if they can get something going. Ball placed at about the 32.
Looks like we got Chimman back as a quarterback. Got two running backs back there, and
Chimman had a little breather and hands off number 19, Stevens.
Stevens plugging along for a few yards, and they all of a sudden got some life immediately out of the gate for them.
Pretty solid run there. Probably picks up about 7 or 8.
Gonna bring up second down and 3 for the Yellow Jackets.
Going to be second and short here, as that might be our first time to even say that for the Yellow Jackets, is second and short.
I think it is. Probably the best looking first down play from the Yellow Jackets this evening.
Polk going to come back in the backfield again with Stevens. Going to hand it back. Going to hand it off to Polk.
Oh, nice cut. Found some running room there. Up
Polk with the first down. Tackle by number 4. Old Davis getting in there and mixing it up a few.
Pops up in a hurry. Looked like we had a little bit of disagreement between the number 4s. Cooler heads prevail. We move on to first down for the Yellow Jackets. Number 7, Chimney brings him up. Look in motion. Chimney takes a snap. Hands off to number 5, McRae. McRae has some running room. One man to beat, but he can't beat him. And brought down at the 45 in Clarkdale. Connor also. That'll bring up a second down and 13 or so for the Yellow Jackets. Chimman bringing him up. Number 5, McCray in the backfield, along with number 4, Polk. McCray takes his snap, and he is popped almost immediately by number 4, Lathan Davis. Eventually, Brought down by number 1 Landon Belt with an assist from number 10 Connor also Brooks. Nice play by the Bulldog defense there. Loss of close to 10 there. Bring up third and about 20. Chimman checking out his playlist, trying to figure out what to do about this one. And he brings up the Yellow Jackets on third and 20 out of the shotgun. There's the snap. Chimman's rolls, pass to Burns, caught. And Burns just short of the first down. Brought down around the 28, brought down around the 32 or 33. That's going to bring up about a 4th and 1.
It'll be 3rd and short here, and Yellow Jackets got something going.
Bring him up, takes a snap.
Chimman's got it first down.
Picks up the first down. Enterprise Lincoln showing a little life here.
Absolutely. They finally starting to roll. And like I said, they were played in the grass and the sticks over there. I think they finally got a game plan.
They must have put something together that meant something over there. Clarkdale defense playing sporadically at the beginning of this third quarter, putting up a couple of big plays, but giving up the big 18-yard pass. Chimman in the shotgun.
Got 2 to the
McCray
left.
and Stevenson back. Chimman takes a snap, gives off
McCray.
to
McCray hurdles the guy.
Picks up about
Hope they were gonna
6 on that.
Hope they were gonna.
McCray showing some switchiness there as he hurdles a guy to get him down inside, right outside, knocking on the door of the red zone for the second time tonight. The first time, again, they got really close, about the 5-yard lines, and came away with no points.
Brings up a 2nd and 4. We'll see if this turns out to be all for naught. Chimman brings him up.
Got 2 behind him and 1 to the right.
That's Stevenson and McCray. McCray takes a snap. Round the end, breaks 1 tackle, but is dropped by LaDonya Adams. Nice hit there by Adams.
And McCray is slow to get up after that big hit.
McCray indeed slow getting up.
Brings him up.
I'm not sure
2
I'd be willing to
behind
get up
him,
after
1 to
that.
the right. It's Stevenson and McCray. McCray takes the snap. Round the end, breaks 1 tackle.
Little extracurricular activity apparently.
LaDonya power drives him. The little small guy gets down, gets low, and picks him up and drives him down to the ground.
Mighty Warbucks been showing LaDonya some of those wrestling moves. Chimman takes a snap.
Direct snap, going to run it left side. Moffitt tries to
chased.
contain it. Gets a couple blocks.
Chimman's around the end. Decent little run there.
Tackled by Lathan Davis down there on the inside, around the edge. Gets very close to the first down. Wait to see where the spot is. They finally get back to the 20-yard line, so not quite yet to the first down marker. Oh, I'm sorry. They did give him a first down. Well, they're still deciding.
Some conversation on the subject.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out what's going on over there.
Referees shut it down for the moment.
Chain game couldn't decide if it was a first down or not. Some confusion there. Change kind of shifted around.
Timeout. We'll discuss it. Looks like it will ultimately wind up being 3rd and 2 or so. Yellow
Jackets with a little bit of life here. Bring Chimman in. Last time Burns was back there, but this time Chimman is bringing the life. Him and McCray are back and forth.
Yellow Jackets certainly showing some offensive life, but unfortunately for them, burning a lot of time in this third quarter.
We're already
And
down less
frankly,
than 7 minutes.
They can't afford that time.
Right now, they just want some points.
There's the snap. Chimman hands off to the 19 Stevenson.
Stevenson
up the middle.
He
Looks like
chugs his
picked
way
up the first
down. And inside the red zone for a 14-yard line. Shirley in on the tackle. Guy finally making some noise again. We heard him early in the first quarter, and been a lot of Lathan Davis and Connor also Brooks on tackles, but Shirley getting in there and mixing it up.
Shirley, the fine fellow, there's a lot of hats on that field. There's the snap. Chimman will hand off to Stevens. Stevens shut down pretty early. It looks like a pickup of maybe one or two.
Stevens tried to go over a pile. Looked like the Clarkdale Bulldogs piled it up right there in the beginning. As he jumps over and hurdles a guy, he was met in the air.
No gain. That'll be 2nd and 10 for the Enterprise Lincoln Yellow Jackets. Clock ticking at 5:27.
Yellow Jackets just trying to find something to get in and plug into the end zone right here.
Chimman brings him up.
Got 2 guys out left. Going to bring Stevens in motion.
Chimman with snap, hands off to McCray.
McCray
McCray finds a seam.
McCray gets a handful of yards and tackled by also Brooks. It looks like he got him a cramp. It is 70 degrees out, but there's a lot of humidity in the air, and these guys are feeling that right now.
Clarkdale guys been on the field a long time, especially these guys that go both ways. Polk in motion. Chim takes the snap. Hand off to McCray up the middle. Hard running in there.
Bulldog defensive line did a great job of plugging holes and getting low and not really allowing McCray to get a few yards.
Not much for McCray there. Brings up a 4th and 1, 4th and 2. Big play coming up.
We find ourselves once again in the same similar situation as the first half, where they're down there inside the 5-yard line with a chance to score, a chance for a first down, and last time they came away with nothing. Let's see what the Yellow Jackets got here. I know what they're not going to do. They're not going to throw it left.
Not based on the last time, I don't think. Chimman takes the snap. He's going to run it right and going to be shut down without picking up the first down, I believe. Looks as if Clarkdale will indeed take over on downs. Tough break for the Enterprise Lincoln Yellow Jackets. Once again, driving deep into Clarkdale territory and coming up empty. Looks like we have a player slow getting up.
That's Lathan Davis, who was in there on the tackle, as always, but he did get up and is walking off the field. And, man, these Yellow Jackets, after that right there, you got to feel defeated. You know, you come out, you start the second half, you eat up almost 9 minutes of the clock. You drive down the field, and once again, you coming up empty.
Had a little fire in the offense. Looked like they really had something going. As you pointed out correctly, chewed up some yardage and just come up short once again.
Culpepper's going to come out with the 2 receivers that was left.
One of those turn of events that makes the coach ready to catch the bus.
Number 16, Shirley on the carry.
Big run there by Shirley. Shirley picking up the first down.
Coach kind of wretched Shirley there in that second quarter and really allowed some other guys to get some touches. Shirley, a guy who picked up a lot of yards last week, but this week is starting to get a few more yards now. Looks like we do have a heat timeout.
Enterprise Lincoln scratching their heads on the sideline, trying to figure out how in the world they came up yet again without a touchdown or a field goal.
That's right. This will be a big opportunity for Clarkdale right here, having to drive 95 yards down the field. It'll be exciting to see them move the ball like that. Obviously, last week not having any luck moving the ball that length of period, but being able to see that now, and you got to think if you score right here, at that point you're starting to get some substitutes in, and Clarkdale's going to allow some guys to get some touches who don't normally get it.
You really do. You really feel like you're going to put out the lights if you score right here.
Which would make Coach Souls feel a lot better on that sideline right here.
Absolutely. Shirley getting them started off right by eating up a nice chunk of yardage on that first play of this drive.
Enterprise Lincoln starting to catch up in the first downs column there as Clarkdale just had so many big plays for their first downs.
Culpepper brings him up, takes a snap. Hand off to Moffitt, who powers it across the right side.
Takes a couple guys with him and comes up just short of the first down. Looks like getting a 9.
Big 9 yards on the play. Bring up 2nd and 1.
Make that a 2nd and 1. Not a bad position to be in if you're Clarkdale.
No, then that Yellow Jacket defense just looks tired right now. They really are. They're not stopping much of anything. They're running left and they're running right on them.
They've spent an awful lot of time on this field this evening.
Got to hand it to Adams this time, and Adams finally met the line of scrimmage. Keys in there on the stop. Big guy finally making a plug right there and pulling him down for a no gain.
Adams wrapped up on that one. Bring up a 3rd and 1. 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Culpepper with the quarterback sneak.
And he
Looks
does.
like he picked up that first down. That is indeed a first down, Clarkdale.
I tell you what, you can almost bet now when Culpepper gets an opportunity to do quarterback sneak, it's almost like the line of scrimmage guys. They get extra boost and really move the line of scrimmage backwards and controlling the line there.
They've really done a good job giving Culpepper the opportunity to find a hole. Picked up a couple of first downs that way. Culpepper really a versatile guy.
Got one guy beside him. Going to hand it off to Shirley around the left
Take
side.
snap. Hand off to Shirley. Shirley running hard with 39. Excuse me, 41.
Polk there just kind of snuffs it out and doesn't let Shirley get too many yards there.
Shirley about a 3-yard pickup. Bring up a 2nd and 7.
Polk just another product of just small schools not having much depth there. Guys got to play both ways. Running back, you see he's still kind of shook up a little bit after that play. Culpepper with a quick pass to Moffitt in the flats.
Nifty little move by Moffitt.
He does pick up a
3 or
few.
4 on that one.
You like seeing Culpepper get some of those quick passes, get a rhythm, get some completions under his belt, build some confidence there, and that's really what this is going to be about. It's a confidence booster going forward.
Absolutely. Brings up about a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 4.5. Culpepper showing good field vision there. Nice reception by Moffitt and a good job after the reception.
Yeah, Moffitt really didn't have a whole lot going on, but made it something to nothing. That was a quick third quarter.
That really was a quick third quarter.
Thankfully, I think we're going to run the clock a little bit here. Both sides have agreed that and just try to get this thing over with a little bit quicker.
Enterprise Lincoln having driven it down the field a couple of times over the course of this game and come up empty.
Clarkdale cheerleaders. Sophomore, Annabelle Anderson. Sophomore, Lauren Belt. Senior Mary Ashley Culpepper. Senior Amber Fant. Freshman Maddie Gibson. Sophomore McCall Gilmore. Junior Sarah Beth Gunner. Sophomore Cameron Isom. Junior Allison Jasinski. Happy birthday, Allison. Sophomore Lauren Joyner. Sophomore Avery Knowles. Freshman Hazelyn Priest. Sophomore Lauren Kingsley Rayner. And junior Lauren Woolridge.
Clarkdale getting ready to open up the fourth quarter. Going to try to move the ball again. We trying to go 95 yards here, but got a few yards to work with on third down here. This is not a gimme.
Clarkdale really just kind of run it left, run it right, throw a little screen pass. Not too much risk right here.
Oh.
Nice pass. Oh, it's right there.
Culpepper with trying to get the quick slant there. Trying to look for Belk there. It's one of his favorite targets, but just out of his reach. And, well, it
Almost picked off.
almost picked off. Referee said it hit the ground first. And
A rare appearance by the Clarkdale punting team.
hadn't happened but a few times. Enterprise Lincoln going to call a timeout. Which actually benefited the Bulldogs. I think both teams kind of had too many guys on the field and not guys in the right position. So it'll give Coach Soul something to holler about.
Absolutely. That'll make the old boy feel better.
Get a fix in for the night. You know, he ain't got to yell much tonight.
Not much to fuss about tonight. Coach Soul's looking philosophical on the subject. Seems to be approving of what's happening here. Mason Horn with a nice looking punt. Takes a nice roll.
Once again, going to pin the Yellow Jackets inside their own 20. So they, once again, got a long field to go. Let's take an opportunity to look at the remaining schedule for the Bulldogs. Next week, we coming back home against Forest. What you think about Forest? Come 1-2.
Forest traditionally a difficult team for the Bulldogs. That 1-2 mark probably a little bit deceptive. Bearcats a pretty good football team this time.
Forest definitely going to give Clarkdale a little bit more run for their money next week, as it should be a pretty close game. It's also a district game, I believe.
It's a good time for Clarkdale to come off a strong confidence booster like the one they have this evening. Having the opportunity in this second half with a big lead to work out some kinks and
Absolutely.
that sort of thing.
And we see something right there. Looks like offsides on the Bulldogs. Got to give Enterprise Lincoln 1st and 5. Pull them out a little bit further of their shadow of their goal post.
Number 5, McCray, carrying some folks with him.
Bulldogs just relentless and just not allowing him very many yards.
Brought down by a host of Bulldogs.
They're going to, after next week's Forest, they're going to travel to Morton, who is 2-1 and looking kind of good there.
Morton having a lot better season than a lot of people predicted. Probably few people looking out over this season would have anticipated that 2-1 mark. Morton, a team to be reckoned with this time.
So definitely a couple of tough ball games coming up here for the Bulldogs.
Burns takes the snap.
Yellow Jackets elect to bring Burns back in the game. He brought him some life there in the first half.
Absolutely responsible for the big pass play that really was Enterprise Lincoln's most significant highlight of that first half.
That's right. He had that big pass over the middle there and gave him some life, drove him down there, gave him an opportunity.
3rd and short here. Burns in the shotgun. with the
3rd
Yellow
and short
Jackets.
here. Bulldogs trying to make a
Takes
stand.
snap. Handoff looks like to Polk.
Who does indeed have the first down there. Met by a whole host of Stevens.
Stevenson.
Sometimes they get them numbers and get lost in there. I tell you what, now Bulldogs got a game coming up that's going to be a at home. And it's going to be a big game here. Kemper County rolling in they're at right now sitting at 3-0 and has an opportunity to win a few games before coming in. Could be sitting there at 5-0 as they roll into Clarkdale.
Kemper County, a really solid football team this time. Really going to be a tough game for the Clarkdale Bulldogs.
Kemper County's got a couple guys on there that are just fleet-footed, and when we talk about speed, those guys have some speed. And so the Kemper County, once again, they in district with Clarkdale, gonna
Burns in shotgun. Polk and Stevenson, hands off Stevenson up the middle. Stevenson breaks some tackles at the 45. Takes it up to about the 48-yard line of the Enterprise Lincoln Yellow Jackets. Be a first down there.
Stevenson hands off Stevenson up the middle.
Steven's got a couple good blocks right there in the middle, which allow for this big run and big play for the Yellow Jackets, which really has been their only success tonight, the big plays. If it wasn't for the big plays, the Yellow Jackets really didn't have a whole lot going on tonight because the Bulldogs defense just didn't allow a whole lot.
You're absolutely right. They just really haven't been able to put together the sustained drive this evening. Burns once again in the shotgun. Hands off to McCray.
McCray's going to
keeps
break a
those
tackle,
loose
get a
running,
couple
finds
blocks,
some running room,
gets around the
in.
outside, and Adonia
Moves
Adams.
down to about the 27, but there's a flag on the play.
Around the right side, tackled by number 23, Adonia Adams, but there is a flag on the play.
One of the biggest runs for McCray, and you can see his frustration there as he realizes, man, he just poured everything he had into that, and to look back and see Laundry on the field is just devastating to a player.
McCray really worked hard tonight without a whole lot of payoffs. As a matter of fact, no payoff at all in the points department. Tough for him to see that good run one brought back here.
You finally break one. You get a block here, and apparently the referee saw an illegal block there, and so negates it. And now he's just tired with nothing to show for it.
That has to be a disgusting for a player who's worked hard tonight. McCray in the slot.
Nope, that's Burns back there in the back.
Oh,
Shirley trying to disrupt the
Burns
play.
on the run. Oh, almost picked off there by number 2, Cade Hopkins. That would have been Hopkins' second of the night.
Hopkins is showing that he really has a nose for football when it goes in the air. Showing some of the speed there, too. He's closing in on it. And, that's a couple of times that we've called Hopkins' name when it comes to defending a pass. He was step for step right here in front of us in the first half with a guy just not allowing any separation between the defenders.
If I were Burns in the Enterprise Lincoln Yellow Jackets, I think I might try throwing to the other side. Hopkins really doing a fine job there of his
Got a
pass
speed
defense.
sweep by Polk here. Twist out of an arm, but then met by several more.
Number 85, Hawk Allen in there on the tackle.
Oh, Hawk, a new guy at the Clarkdale this year.
First time we had an opportunity to call his name this evening.
Coming in by way of Northeast and finally getting a little bit of playing time here. Another young guy.
Good to have him with us. A little something for the future. Lays a nice lick there.
As we suspected, Bulldogs starting to sub in some younger guys, getting them some opportunities to play.
Burns back to pass and picked off. Number 20, Mason Horn, still on the run. Mason Horn about to 29 of Enterprise Lincoln. Showing he can do a little something besides kick.
Speaking of bringing some guys in, Horn finally gets in there on defense and shows exactly what he's got.
Happy birthday, Mason Horn. There's a little present for you at 7:01
Well,
in
as
the
we
fourth.
suspected, Bulldogs starting to sub in some younger guys.
Burns
giving
going
them
to send
some
McCray
opportunities to play.
and really just kind of telepath it right over the middle, and McCray just happened to be right there, really just kind of thrown to him. He almost would have had to miss the ball and thrown right to him, but nevertheless makes a great play afterwards and finds himself a happy birthday present.
Absolutely.
Still on the run.
Hit him right in the hands, but a lot of credit to Mason Horn for hauling it in and taking off. Nice return after that pick, too.
Bulldogs going to finish up this year at Southeast, and that's going to be a what's turning into a rivalry game between the two guys. About 20-mile difference, 15-mile difference between the two schools.
Cross-county rival.
It's going to be Southeast homecoming. They have elected to play the Bulldogs in homecoming, which is always fun when you get decided to be someone's homecoming. You always like to disrupt things a little bit.
I think it'd be safe to say that Coach Souls and the Bulldogs would like nothing more than to go over to Southeast and ruin that event for them at homecoming.
Just a day before Halloween, and hoping that the Bulldogs can go in there and hoping by October 30th, maybe we can open things back up and these folks can get out and come see the ball game.
Hopefully so. I believe we're on the verge of being able to open things back up, and that's really going to be a big game for folks from both schools to come out and enjoy.
Absolutely. Going to finish the season off there. Both looks like may even enter in. Southeast got a tough schedule also, and Bulldogs, depending on how some of their games go, it could be a game that's going to decide who's going to have a winning season or not and end the season on a high note.
Could make the difference in a playoff spot. Several different things at play there.
Looks like LaDonya Adams is going to get the ball carry and bring it up to the 40-yard line.
Bulldogs keeping it on the ground, burning this clock up.
Number 24, Isaiah Brown, Garrett, tackled by a swarm of Yellow Jackets. Go on, I need some ideas. Y'all send them up.
My colleague, Coach Jordan over there on the PA, talking about a swarm of Yellow Jackets, obviously trying out for ESPN. Nice job, Coach.
Rawson with some speed, but he gets tripped up and lands hard.
Nice
on this
little
ground.
run there by Rawson.
Picked up by number 6, Matthew Burns. Going to bring up third and about
As Moffitt gets ready to depart this year, he got to feel like that Rawson's going to kind of plug in his place there, and hopefully not going to be too much of a drop off, as Rawson's going to show some flash of some speed and grow a little bit and get some strength in him.
Rawson, a hard-working young man with really some significant athletic talent. We've seen some of that on the field this evening. Should be a worthy successor to Gavin Moffitt, who's put on those 4 great years for us.
Thanks to the running clock tonight, neither team has punched in the end zone yet. We're still at 35-0, and with 6 minutes.
654. If you have 37654, go to the press box. And give your part of Split the Pot. Lance Russell, the unit on the right side, covered by number 9, Lane Hooper.
5:40 left in this contest.
Down to 3 for the Bulldogs.
That run bringing up a third down at about 3. Culpepper brings up the Bulldogs. There's the snap. Hand off to Brown. Brown finds a seam up the middle. Good little run there by Isaiah Brown.
4, Isaiah Brown with a nice run up the middle. He's going to be a half an inch short from the goal line.
Brown takes it deep into the red zone, about the 1 yard line. Bulldogs once again knocking on the door. Nice run by Brown. Brown just moving up tonight from the junior high squad and making his presence known immediately. Culpepper takes the snap. Appropriately hands that one off to Rawson, and Rawson punches it into the end zone. Flag on the play. Illegal procedure against the Bulldogs. Going to negate that touchdown.
That'll bring up 1st and goal from the 5.
Bulldogs will have a 1st and goal from the 5, an opportunity to try it again. Bulldogs come up to the line. Brown and Rawson in the backfield along with Culpepper. Culpepper the handoff around the right side to Rawson. Rawson running hard.
17, Lance Rawson.
Rawson going to try to get back in the end zone right there. Got so close and robbed a little bit. And
Rawson carrying 2 or 3 Yellow Jackets with him. Smells that end zone.
got to feel like the coach is going to try to do their best to get him in the end zone tonight.
Certainly be a deserving candidate to put it in the end zone. Isaiah Brown trying it there. Nothing doing as the Yellow Jackets of Enterprise Lincoln arch their backs just a little bit in the red zone. Third down and go. We'll see what Coach Souls and Coach Etheridge pull out of the playbook here.
Maybe we can finally see some points this half. Had an exciting first half and a lot of things going on in this half. Get some guys some opportunities, and because of that, they are going to try to knock on the end zone for the first time in the fourth quarter with a little under 3.5 minutes left.
Nice run there by Brown. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
And there you have it. Just right up the middle there.
Isaiah Brown giving our Clarkdale fans a vision of the future.
You've mentioned it several times. This is with 6 seniors, it's really a young Bulldogs team. They got a lot of future ahead of them. Games like this grow them, it builds them, it allows them to get some confidence going forward and going into next year. We're not looking into next year as a third game of the season, but you definitely have got to be able to see some bright future here.
Well, you've got to lay some foundation because you know those guys are going to graduate, but you know football is going to continue. Coach Souls and his staff doing a good job letting some of those young guys get in, get a few reps, get a few minutes. Isaiah Brown certainly rising to the call and punching that one into the end zone.
Looks like the Bulldogs going to create a whole new kickoff team here in just a second that got a bunch of young guys trying to get ready to line up, and that's always a joy of the coach trying to create a whole new lineup on the sidelines.
Coach Nicholas down there studying on that one. Probably thankful he has the opportunity. Nice to look up and see a 41-0 lead.
Went to the two-point conversion. It's like Rawson around the right-hand side just could not get to the outside there.
He just stopped short. 2-point conversion, no good.
Regardless of that play, these Bulldogs are enjoying themselves on the sidelines tonight. They are loose, excited, having fun, realizing that in about 3 minutes they're going to have themselves a victory here.
Coach Nick, indeed, getting some of those young guys in. Kickoff team getting a little final direction from Coach Sanders, Coach Souls.
Coach Scholes getting another opportunity to yell at the guys. Hey, you've got to line up 5 yards deep, guys. Get a running start here. These guys right now are just excited to be out there. Get an opportunity to hit somebody and smell the field.
Horn sets it up on the tee. Little squib kick. That one taken by number 32, Chris Walker. Brought down by a host of Bulldogs. Several of these young guys.
Led by Hawk Allen there.
Hit.
Hawk Allen, we called his name a few minutes ago, and there he goes again. Getting in there on the tackle.
Hawk Allen showing us some more of that future we talked about just a minute ago. Number 58, Dylan Allen in the ball game.
Luke Goodson checking in there on the line of scrimmage as well. And looks like Ethan Johnson checking in on the line of scrimmage. Now we'll tell you an interesting fact about Ethan Johnson there.
Stevenson breaking some tackles and brought down after about a gain of 4.5. Tell me something interesting.
You're on Ethan Johnson there. It's got him a single released. He is a published artist on iTunes there, and you can go check his album out there. He's got a few songs that he's dropped. He's dabbing into the music industry.
Coach, I'm going to listen to some of those and see if I can't get an autograph next week.
Absolutely. I think we should try to get him to autograph something for us, especially when we got a shout out there.
Sounds like a real opportunity for me to say I knew him when I'm in rest home. Young man showing some initiative.
Polk going around the right side, getting around the edge, and man, you got to take it from Polk right here. He's still going hard. You know, he really still running hard. He realizes it's 2 minutes left in the game. You're down 41-0. It'd been easy for him to check out. It'd been easy for him to go down right there, but still driving and working hard.
Showing some real character there in the game. These guys obviously are not going to win. It's a real possibility they won't even see a score in these next 2 minutes, but Polk, as you said, still running hard.
Number 22, Drake Collum checked in there on defense.
It's number 5, McCray. Just popped at the line of scrimmage. Good job by that young Clarkdale defense.
Yeah, it looked like one of the guys over there got hit pretty hard, but they stayed with it and didn't go to the ground. It's one thing to get hit hard and go to the ground, but if you get hit hard and stay up, everybody kind of rallies around you a little bit there.
Number 22, Drake Collum, who you welcome to the field, laid a pop on him. Good play there.
Noah Harbor coming in. Going to see some action here.
Always takes a snap.
It's
Nice
fun to
job
see
by
it.
that young Clarkdale defense.
Absolutely.
Stevenson, number 19.
Going to comment the same thing. It's fun seeing a group of young guys swarming to the ball just like they saw the first team doing.
Number 18, Tripp Holly in on that.
Jacob Queen coming in, checking in. As we quickly try to sub in as we get ready. About a minute left in this game.
There's a snap handoff to McCray. McCray around the right side, brought down by a host of those young Bulldogs.
McCray, another one of those guys who were still trying to run hard, and you were hoping, thinking he's probably trying to hope to break one right here just to make himself feel good and get in the end zone for the night. Trying not to get shut out, but the Bulldog defense, doesn't really matter which Bulldog defense is out there. They've really just hung hard here. They have fought, and they have kept the Yellow Jackets out of the end zone.
You're absolutely right. All the Bulldogs done a fine job on defense this evening. 41-7 certainly found a lot better than 41-0, but looks like it's going to be that second result this evening.
And that right there is a staple of what the night has been. A host of Bulldog defense swarming to the ball.
Number 32, Chris Walker, a junior.
And that's going to take us to
like
the end of.
And that is the ball game. Clarkdale Bulldogs defeat the Enterprise Lincoln Yellow Jackets a score of 41-0.
Well, Doc, that was a fun first half. A lot of things going on the first half, and Bulldogs just they couldn't do any wrong tonight.
They really couldn't. Great game there by the Bulldogs. Obviously well coached and ready for this one. A little warm up for them as they face Forest next week.
We will be back right here next week. As Forest is going to roll into town, which is should be a fun matchup between the two teams. They're going to match up pretty well, and we may still see some points next week, but we hope to see a little bit closer of a game next week.
Forest certainly be a much more difficult opponent next week. A lot more athletic talent. Going to have some of that same speed we mentioned at the beginning of this ball game. Should be an interesting matchup next week.
Absolutely. Well, Doc, that was fun. Look forward to doing this again in the future.
Likewise, wish our Clarkdale fans and you, Cal, a great week.